Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Namaskar, friends. My topic is language of a culture. So, first of all, as we all know, that what's a language. But a little introduction is that language is a means of communication. We use language to exchange our emotion, and if we know the language of some community of some people, then we can judge the perception of the people, the belief system, the culture, and the religion of a language. So we can say that language is not a innovation tool, rather it's a political tool. It advantages one over another, such as male over female, rich over poor. Language reflects the belief system. It tells us the religion system of a belief system, cultural and perception of the world. It helps us to be the part of some community. As we know, as when we know the language of some community, we can easily be the part of that, but it also limits us. So let me talk about another. Let me talk about some another that what is the identity? Identity is a part of personality. Personal identity that we call the personality. Identity is based upon the of course it's based upon the religion, the caste, the sex of a people. Ethnicity is also there. So to change the identity, TB Macaulay on 2nd February 1835 introduced the system of English education. He said that he want to civilize us. He said that he want to provide us a rational way, but he wanted to create a class which was which would be Indian in color and blood, but will be English in opinion, intellect, and test. So the community or the countries in which they have ruled, the test has changed. Now let me talk about another writer, prominent writer. His name is Gugiba Thiong'o. He wrote many essays, delivered lectures in many universities, and one of his the collection of his essays is titled with the name "Decolonizing the Mind," in which he raised the question of a language. He says that British says that that Nigeria needs them, South Africa needs them to uh, develop themselves, but actually they have developed themselves just because of us by using the raw material. And the same is for every country they exploited or they colonized. It's not like I'm not talking about only just taking them as their own country, but it's about all. Now let me talk about another novel. Its name is uh, a novel is Passage to India, written by E.M. Foster. He's an English writer, but I want to introduce two prominent character from his novel. One Dr. Aziz and one is Mr. Roni. So Mr. Roni is a city magistrate, and Dr. Aziz is a Aziz. He's a Aziz, and the one question is that when he talks to the Britishers, the British ladies, two ladies came there to have the ideas regarding to understand or to see the real India. They came there. So when there was a partition in which he was called, all Indians were called. Some professor went there, and some teacher went there along with this. Dr. Aziz also went there, and when he went there, Dr. Roni, hungry boy. Dr. Roni criticized him. just because of his. Why? Dr. We criticize him just because of his dressing sense, and he himself says that, whenever he wears the Indian English dress, then the policeman did not restrict them. But when he is in Indian dress, they stopped him and asked some questions. So it is just like, our mind. In this way, we are we are forgetting our culture. And let's talk about some other writers such as Rabindranath Tagore, Sarojini Naidu, Raj Rao have introduced its novel, one of the novel Kanthapura, and also so many novels are there, so many books are there that if we observe and if we read these works, then we can easily recognize that these works are from Indian author. It is just because of those cultural elements. So I think we even if we learn this language as being a part of globalization, because it's an international language, but still we should try to preserve our culture in by using these cultural elements, these uh, elements. So I think we should adapt their ways their authors has introduced. So thank you guys. Thank you, sir.